Hello, John, a happy place. We're ready for the next Saturday art class. This time we are looking at color and creating something called, let me just bring that up to the screen for you, color mood cards. So they are based on work with watercolor and images. They're very much about each card is a different color you're exploring, and you will hear me talking in the video how you can take it a little bit further, maybe explore seasons, colors of seasons, and how sometimes we need certain color in our life, and it's a great way to have those kind of cards. So have fun. Every single card also is experimentation of a different play with watercolor, so I hope you benefit from that as well. And let me see, what are your cards like, because I just love color. I love looking at compositions designed around the color theme. Have fun, yes, and see you again. Bye bye. Okay, so we are creating color mood cards today. Let's start with supplies. So you need 4 cards. You can use watercolor paper, mixed media paper, or card. And then you have to decide which color is going to be for each card. So let me show you what I'm having here. So I just collected different images from different sources, but around the similar color theme. So I'm having some blues. That's my blues. I'm having some pinkish, purplish kind of collection. And you know, they can come from completely different sources. I'm having something in cream and white. And then I'm having some greens. So take your time and pick up some images, or even part of images, like, you know, here's a wallpaper or part of landscapes that have specific colors that you like, and then collect them and group them accordingly to the color. So the plan is to first use watercolor for backgrounds of those cards, and again they'll be corresponding with the color choice of images, and then combining images on top with a variety of ways to give you this kind of color mood feel. Okay, so let's start with the blue one. And you can use different techniques for watercolor as well, so experiment, and I'll show you a few, but they'll be of course over to you. So first one, I'm doing blues. I'm doing starting with wet on wet, wetting my paper. And you know, I have to bear in mind the majority of the card will be covered, but I want some areas to be visible, so they would go in harmony with the color scheme of the images. So I'm adding some blue, just looking at my images, and you can see there are light and dark blues. I'm just going to add more water and allow this one to partially drip. Okay, and I think I like that, because you know, some of those areas will be covered by images. Maybe just a bit more here. Okay, and I'm going to leave that to dry. Okay, my next card is the purples and pinkish, more pink, purples, this kind of combination. So this time I'm going to go with just a wet and dry, and let me start from the middle. Okay, and now I just want this to mix a bit more, so I'm going to go with my very wet brush. That's it. And then we have this kind of almost like a semi-landscape. Okay, and because I started here from the middle, that gives me also choice that I don't have to put images in the same places on each card. This one, I maybe decide to start building from the edges and expose those quite lovely, you know, color in the middle. That's that one. Okay, and the next one is green. So with green, let's start with wet on wet, but from the middle again. And let's go with darker green. So different, you know, I have many greens in my watercolor set for some reason. I'm just going to move this one a bit so it will get blended more. Okay, that's my third one, like that. And the one that's left is cream, so it's quite hard to decide what to do with color-wise. I may add some, maybe just black to the corners, doing wet on wet, and then drag it to the middle, so when I cover with images, it will give it a contrast, so the cream and white will be even more visible. Yeah, so that would be really good for background for colors so light like cream. A bit more. Okay, so I'm going to leave all of them to dry, and when they are fully dry, I'm going to bring them back here and start playing with the images to create those color modes. Okay, the cards are dry, so now it's time to play with the images corresponding with the color of the cards. So that's how you're going to create your mood cards, and it's quite interesting, like, you know, we have different reactions to the color and different moods they can evoke in us. So let's start with, maybe I'll show you just how to play with them, play some images, but of course that's the part that I want you to take time, have a go, don't rush. So let's start with this cream light kind of colors, and you can see, you know, how well this now is corresponding with chosen colors. And you know, this is about just playing. You don't need to use the full image. Sometimes you're gonna have part of it like this, or maybe I go, yeah, so here I'm just thinking the part of it. Okay, but also had parsley. So that will be my probably first one. And again, don't be afraid to mix images coming from completely different sources, and then you just glue them to the page. I don't want to really waste time for that. I want you to see combining a few more. So let's go with the pinkish purplish, and I have many images here, mainly flowers. I have a lamp as well. Oh. Sometimes it could be just a piece of, you know, different background like this one. It really goes nicely. Not sure if I want more here. I'm actually quite happy with that. May add maybe just a bit of light rose. That's it. That's another one. Yeah, and you just, you know, combine them as you want, play around with different arrangements. I think it's really beautiful when you combine images with the color, watercolor color, and you get this kind of mood evoked by the color. So this one I'm going to change orientation. That could be just that. And with the blue one. Okay, so this is something, you know, I'm probably going to end up with. Just wanted to show you those arrangements. Then you just glue them with the glue stick, and you have cards, you know, themed around color, and they can create the color mood. You can use them later just to kind of pull out if you need to. Maybe you feel like, oh, you know, it's a long winter day, I need something in yellow, and then you can pull out the yellow card. You can create as many as you want. You know, there are only 4 here, but there's so many different colors and ranges of colors, and maybe even start thinking about creating range of colors for each season. So this one, for example, will be probably my winter, or maybe those two. That could be spring. This would be definitely summer. I would probably have yellow and orange in summer as well. In spring, I would also go for yellow, but more like daffodils yellow. So, you know, start bringing those kind of ideas as well. Have fun, and let me know how that worked for you. And I'm looking forward to see. Bye bye.